Hi, everybody. I didn't schedule this. It's just, it looks like there's things happening in the background with locating Brian. I know it's not about summer, but I'm sure we're all interested. So here we go. I've got the scanner happening in the background, and I'm sharing the screen of the flight path. So the little red dot, if anyone hasn't looked at the flight radar before, this here is the helicopter. I'm presuming they're refueling or something because they've been hovering there for about 4 or 5 minutes now. And I don't know where he just went. But we'll keep that open. It's a little bit exciting, guys. So Dog, the bounty hunter. Hi, Priscilla. Hi, Josie. Hi, Fonda. Hi, Gabby. So is everyone up to date with what's happening? Because what has happened is Dog, the bounty hunter, has gone to the campground where Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie and Brian went to on the 3rd. Okay, and he's discovered with video surveillance of that campground that the 3 of them arrived on the 3rd. Hi, Ashley.
5310 dispatch, show me
and that 3 arrived on the 3rd, but only
1014 possible location of the signal 8. Liquid Max House Creek.
Did you hear that?
06 K94 5310.
Anyway, on the 6th, only 2 people left. So soon as that release was made by Dog the Bounty Hunter, nearly instantaneously, Laundrie's attorney made a media release, which I'll put up in a minute, saying that Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie have no clue where Brian is, that they're worried for Brian. And I'm trying to drink coffee as I'm doing all this. And the usual cough starts. So I think it's really, really interesting that the attorney released that. And it was within minutes of Dog the Bounty Hunter releasing that information that Laundrie's attorney made a statement. And it was in the Laundrie's scheme of things, it was a pretty long statement for them, considering all they had to say when Gabby's remains were found was rest in peace. It's disgusting. So now we have proof that they have, sorry guys, that they have 100% aided their son in, and they know where he is, and that they're still supporting him with supplies and things. So I think it's getting closer, guys. I don't know what's happened to this, to my little flight tracker. It's stopped tracking. Here we go. They've moved again. So the helicopter's on the move. I just think this technology is amazing. It's really cool. You can do all this sort of stuff. Where is the camping location? It is not far from where they live, guys. Where is it? So it's still in Tampa, Florida. Where did I find it before?
5307 available, 5310 as well.
It's not far from Sarasota. I'm just trying to hear exactly the name of the actual campground. But you can see over here where it was going around in circles. I'll just see if there's any things happening live.
2157 Weaver Bird Lane, cross of spotted Market Avenue.
I've lost my earbud.
Caller received a text from Simon with 32 threats.
And
10 minutes ago.
Sorry guys, I'm trying to... Fort DeSoto is the name of the campground, guys.
B41.
So, oh, correct. It was September 1st that they checked in. Oh, hi, Sandy. I just thought it would be good to come on and... Sharon, did you watch The Rats Behind the Wall tonight? No, Ashley, I haven't. I haven't watched anything other than just quickly catching up on the highlights. And this seems like it's heating up a bit for Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie and Brian. So was it interesting, Ashley? Did they have Don on there? Hi, Red. I didn't see you come in, but hello. I know. I'm really... I started watching it at midnight our time. That
Subject's going to be a Sam Brownstein, white male, 16 years old, 5'10", last seen wearing a Culver's uniform.
I started watching the bullhorners out the front of the house at midnight, and I thought, imagine living close to that house and having a baby, and you're trying to get that baby to sleep. But I'm very sure them people get it, and this phone. I'm sure they know it's for the right reasons, but yeah, it's got to get to you, and good on them, I say. I'm not sure if they're still doing it overnight time. I know your time they were doing it every hour on the hour. Did you see? Did they do a song? Oh, you're kidding me. Yes, Cher didn't come right out with it, but she made a video claiming to think, oh, yeah, I'm so over Cher. It's just a circus, guys. Would help if they knew. It would be safer for Brian. I'm just not inclined to give them the benefit. No, I'm not either, Mary. Hi, Beagle Mama. No, I haven't been watching them either. Like, I try to get the gist of what they've gone on about, but it's sort of beyond a joke now. And Benny over there crying and screaming and carrying on. It's, to me, that's not entertainment. But there's a crowd of people that love it. if they both had a brain, they would be dangerous. Well, believe it or not, they're actually being dangerous to their own son because they're not helping him in any way. Like in their minds, they are, but this is not going to end well for any of them because they're going to be exactly where Brian's going to be. Because I never thought he would do the big S, and they know. And they know they've been sprung to at that campground. Like, how stupid are they? Yeah, I really think he's on it. Like, I know he's done this for a living and he's had his own show and everything else. But, yeah, I just think it's amazing. Good on him. Oh, my God, Ashley. Did you see the one the other day? I think a couple of minutes of it where he's got no shirt on and he's psychotic. Like, the guy needs help. If his child is really sick, I pray he gets better. Yeah, I feel for his son and all the rest of it, but he's playing on that, Ashley, which is the saddest part of it all. He's using his child's sickness to get sympathy and try and turn his own image around. I know, Miss Justice, but we're on here and I haven't titled it. We can talk about what we want to talk about. It just amazes me that if you put Gabby or Brian in the title, then you get, abuse because you're not talking about summer. So yesterday I had it about summer and we talked a bit about the laundry. So we will talk about what we want to talk about, guys. But I just thought it'd be cool to come on and have, like, it's a little learning experience for me too with this Flight Radar 24 and see how it's sort of gone in a loop now around here. And I thought the scanner channel was because its actual title in the scanner is Manhunt Event. So you would presume it was only traffic just for Track and Brian, but it's not. They talk about lots of other things. I thought it was a dedicated just Brian channel. Brian is still posting on his fake Twitter account and referencing some comments to the interview room and Chris. Guys, I've never ever thought for a second it was Brian. And Chris never said, how many times did Chris reiterate that they have no clue whether it's 100% Brian or not? And now, like, I was going to come live last night and have a bit of a whinge about it, but it just seems like anything they can whinge about Chris Ford, they're taking advantage of it to run the poor guy down, and they need to pull their heads in. Chris never said he believed 100% that was Brian on that Twitter account. You believe it's Brian, Sharon? Like, seriously, if you're trying to... we all respect each other's opinions in here, but I just can't see him being that stupid. Why would you go on Twitter when the whole world's looking for you? And I just wish they'd let up with their little bullshit campaigns in bagging Chris out. Chris has now confirmed it is Brian. Has he? Because I've only been up an hour, guys. I'm still trying to catch up. Wow. So I said, okay, so Chris said it was his account. That, yeah, well, that's interesting. Thanks for the info, guys, because I didn't know that. Okay, I'll have a look. The interview room. On his community tab. I'm just over on there now. So was that recently, guys? Like in the last couple of hours? Because I think I'm getting the flu. It might be in these videos because there's just a poll and okay. So there's a little 2-minute yeah, a little 2-minute video. Okay, we're going to stop sharing that for a minute. And I'm going to catch up with you guys. Can you get me some anti-colds, please? Oh, thank you. She's got me a drink as well. My little helper. I'm just turning the volume up. So it's this one.
I'm Chris McDonough, a retired homicide detective. I've interviewed thousands of people, from serial killers to ministers. Welcome to the interview room.
Oh, there you go. There's a this is about the statement.
Fox 13's Kimberly Cuisin is following developments for us and joining us live now from Northport. Hello, Kim.
Hi, Kelly. Well, I want to show you the memorial out here. You can see how many people here in Northport have Gabby first in their hearts. The memorial here continues to grow as people continue to visit and add items to this display. As the search at the Carlton Reserve scales back, investigators are working to find Brian Laundrie and answer questions so many want.
We've seen from the beginning this is a very difficult case.
A difficult case that has yet to be solved. Investigators say Gabby Petito died as a result of a homicide, but how that happened is still being determined.
It's because of time lapse. It's a difficult case because of geography. It's a difficult case because of locations and multiple crime scenes.
Peter Massey is the program coordinator for the Forensic Study and Justice Program at USF St. Petersburg. He says making that determination could take time.
Unless we can find some sort of telltale markings on her body, it may be difficult to determine that cause of death.
Brian Laundrie, her fiance, remains missing, with an arrest warrant waiting for him for bank fraud. Sunday afternoon, FBI agents were back at Laundrie's home in Northport, collecting items that belong to him for DNA matching. Massey says it's a tool that will help locate Laundrie, but not necessarily aid the homicide investigation.
Should they find remains, they're going to need to find something that they can use to compare it with. On the other hand, DNA is not going to benefit us in an investigation because we know that Brian lived in that house. Gabby was in that house. Brian and Gabby were in the van together.
As investigators continue to work, Massey says there's two items, pieces that we've known since the beginning, needed to solve the case.
How Gabby died. And then we need to obviously locate, if we can, Brian.
And Kelly, I want to read you a statement that the Laundrie family attorney just texted me as we were in our story. He says, Chris and Roberta Laundrie do not know where Brian is. They are concerned about Brian and hope the FBI can locate him. He says the speculation by the public and some in the press that the parents assisted Brian in leaving the family home or in avoiding arrest on a warrant that has been issued after Brian had already gone missing for several days is just wrong. Again, the FBI has now become the lead investigative agency in determining the cause of Gabby Petito's homicide and also in finding Brian Laundrie. Once again, the family attorney saying right there that Chris and Roberta Laundrie do not know where he is and they are concerned for him. Kelly, Mark, back to you.
And that's the first time we've heard them speak about this because a lot of people speculating why they weren't helping look for their son when they thought he was in the Carlton Reserve. So more to come on that. I'm sure you're going to have more about that later, Kim. Thank you.
So speaking of that reserve, if anybody knows the area where crews have been searching for Brian Laundrie, it is cattle rancher Alan McEwen. Now, he says he spent nearly every day the last 30 years navigating the woods around the Carlton Preserve, where Laundrie was supposedly heading for a hike on September 17th. McEwen has been helping police in the search, and he took our Fox Digital crew out on a tour of the preserve, and as you can see, much of it is underwater. McEwen says he doubts a YouTuber like Laundrie would survive more than a couple days in this swamp-like area.
There's no surviving out here. I don't know how to say. I ride ranches. I'm out on horses all day with the dogs when we're working cattle. We've got water to us in our saddlebags and all, but we're out here, out there riding for 12, 13 hours a day, starting at daylight. Time we get in at night, I don't see anybody can make it out here for 10 days, 5 days. There's no water supply. There's no fresh springs. There's no stores available, unless you go 12 miles either direction. There's just no possible way.
12 miles either direction. That gives you a better idea. The Carlton Reserve's also home to alligators with all that water, panthers, black bears, wild boar, and many lethal snakes.
Oh dear. What do you mean, Priscilla? There's a 2.5-minute little video on Chris McDonough's The Interview Rooms page about the Twitter account. We just played it. I've also heard there should be another video on Gabby's YouTube after the last one, but has been deleted. Yeah, from day one, Gabby there's been another one there, but it's all blacked out and not accessible. And that's been there since the very first release of their website, like their Instagram, I mean. So the name of the campground is Fort DeSoto, and we now have confirmed that they arrived there on the 1st with 3 people, and when they left, only 2 left. And straight away, Laundrie's attorney has released that press release that the reporter just read out to us, that they think we're all wrong. Really? We're wrong? Oh, dear Lord. Guys, this is just so bizarre. Do they honestly think they're smarter than everyone else? You know? It's bizarre. We'll stop sharing. I'll see if we can get them all. I don't know if they're still doing it during the night, the bullhorner protesters out the front. Let's go over those radio interview. I'm just trying to see if there's any live updates as we're going along. And it doesn't look like. Yeah, I don't know. Surely the parents should be questioned. Oh, I think them parents are going to be in a whole lot of bother right now. I think it's only a matter of minutes before law enforcement are back at that house. No, I never thought he was there, but where's our flight tracker gone? We'll go back there and see where this helicopter is. Oh, really? It's telling me my session's timed out because now I have to do a free trial. That's rude. See, guys, you've got to pay for everything in this world. That's so rude. And it's not going to let me just sign up. I bet you have to put card details in there. Yeah, no. This is crazy. How come other creators are using it without having to do that? Hi, T. Riley. They're just going to stick to their story no matter how transparent the nonsense is, like a child saying they didn't eat the digestives while they have chocolate. Yeah, exactly, Mary. There's so many cute little videos online of kids. I can sit and watch them for hours where they've been up to mischief, and their little reactions and things is so cute. Sorry, did I miss something up here? Oh, Unicorns is in here. Hi, Unicorns are real. Hi, Sharon King. Little T. Riley's in here. Yeah, we'll keep refreshing, and this, I'm pretty sure there's going to be live coverage shortly. I'm really, really annoyed about this helicopter thing, guys. Maybe everyone else just pays for it. I'm going to pay for it. Yeah. It's $3.99 a month. And I gather that's US dollars. Oh, now I've got to fill out this stuff. Country, Australia. I wonder when the bullhorners are going to get croaky voices, because they can't do that for days and days on end without ending up like me with no voice. Okay, it's processing. I think Brian's parents are similar to Watt's parents and will do anything to protect their son from the law. Yes. You know, from what I see on YouTube, there are people, and I mean a lot of people, trying to get an appeal for Chris Watts, and you know, they don't feel that he's guilty, and that makes me sick to my stomach. Okay, I'm still going through this order process of this little helicopter. This is crazy. With kiddos, it's simple and sweet, and once little ones learn not to lie, they're not very good at it. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a choice, Marigold. I just don't understand how they, like, I have no doubt they panicked and thought, oh, we have to protect our son, but they didn't really think anything through whatsoever, because it is making it so much worse. You know, not only for him, but for themselves, because they're going to be in big, big trouble. Now that this has been proven that they were with him and they didn't take him home with them. Just saw a short video. Hi, Carrie. Carrie by Dog, and he says it's confirmed that Brian Laundrie's parents stayed at the campground from September 1st through to 3rd and 6th through to 8th. The 6th, 3 people checked in, and on that 8th, only 2 people left. Thank you, Carrie, to just put it up there exactly the dates, because I knew it went from the 1st to the 6th. No, I had to pay the actual Flight Radar 24, Sharon King, just to be able to use the flight tracker. But I've gone through it now, so $3.99 a month. But I guess you can stop if you don't need it anymore. I've got it all processing, all done. Now where's my helicopter gone? Jeez. After all that, now I can't find my helicopter. I just have to take a call, guys. I won't be a second. Sorry, guys, I'm back. Fort DeSoto Park. Hi, 10-9. I'm a bit earlier than I was yesterday because what Big's Eyes just posted the clip of dog talking about. Okay, cool. I'll go over there. Thanks for keeping an eye out, guys, because I can't get all this stuff. I love her little profile picture of that. Videos. Okay. We'll share that. If you find stuff, just let me know. Here we go. We've got dogs 1.
In Fort DeSoto. It's almost dark. So we had a very good lead come up today that he was down here in this park, not very far away. We checked our lead out. It is confirmed. The parents were down here 2 times. It was September 1st through the 3rd and September 6th through the 8th. They registered to stay at this park. They were registered, went through the gate. They're on camera. They were here. And they did enter. They did come here. Allegedly, what we're hearing is 2 people left on the 8th. 3 people came in on the 6th, and 2 people left on the 8th. I think he's been here for sure. So there's a lot of little islands around the area where we're at that he could get to on a canoe. We talked to the caretakers today of the islands. They said he could be out here, that he was here for sure, not over in the swamp.
So why haven't these people come forward before now that manage this campsite? That's ridiculous. Surely they have to know what's going on. Did they pay him off maybe? So they'll do a search as to what was on. I know, 10-9. Like, I know Dog the Bounty Hunter has lots of experience, but surely they were able to work out where they went. Yeah, Josie. And that would make sense, because remember the other day someone said he went live. It was only for a few seconds that he accidentally went live on Instagram, and it was of water and it looked like he was in a boat. So maybe he is on one of these little islands. And if you look at Eamon and Beck's videos, there's one in particular where Beck kicks him out or whatever, and he goes and lives on this tiny little island for 24 hours. So he seems to like to simulate what's going on in that lullaby novel, and this couple that live out, you know, do similar things to what him and Gabby were doing, and survivalists. So I can't believe the FBI haven't picked this up before, Dog. And maybe, well, there was a statement given morning your time that the FBI are the leads on it now. So I don't know. Can't They track whatever device he's using to post. Well, you would think so, Miss Justice. Where's our flight thing gone? This is annoying me now because I can't see the bloody helicopter. This is not fun. Oh, yeah, no, that's a red one. That's crazy. Send the laundries the bill. I know, Twiggy. Welcome, Twiggy. Great to see you back in here. Well, it was only, excuse me, 3 days in and it was already up to like $1.5 million for the expense of searching for him in that swamp. You're right, Marigold. I'm just trying to, I don't know what I've done with my, but since I paid for it, oh, here we go. Here's the helicopter. It looks like it says it's at Clearwater International Airport. No, that's the wrong helicopter. If you watch this thing with all the airplanes, honestly, it looks like they're all gonna collide. It's Twiggy's in the house. Miss Justice. Yeah, if you guys come across anything, just shout out. There's heaps of people on, but I think we're all doing the same thing. We're all trying to work out if, I don't even know if law enforcement are actually at that campsite yet. Because the very first release, my granddaughter come across it actually, and she yelled out to me about dog. It said that the authorities were on the way. That just baffles my head. Buy it down under Crime Talks, Mods and Chat. I'm heading off to the shops and we'll catch the rest of this live on the... Oh, thank you so much, Gabby. You have a good time shopping. I've got the other two little grandkids having a sleepover tonight, so it's going to be a busy little house later on. It's I think, here we go. Well, I'd like to know who that other guy they got on the infrared is that looks so much like Brian that was in the swamp. It's like they've had tunnel vision on that swamp though, isn't it? Like, that's the only place that we know of that they really concentrated on. And that's crazy. I just don't understand where. Okay, here we go. Now my little thingy's back for the helicopter. Here it is. Yeah, they're still in that exact same area. I'll share it again, guys. We're paying for it. We may as well use it. Here we go. I'll try and move in so you can see it a bit better. But here it is here. And it's not moving real fast. Anyway. So the shares live Miss Justice was a bit of a rubbish event, was it? Hi, Mary. It's going to happen, guys. I really feel like today's the day. Get this dirt back. I wonder where his sister lives. Because they were saying on that other thing that someone still has to be getting supplies to him somehow. Cher was trying to sound interesting, and yeah, isn't she always? And they sang a song where, oh dear Lord, it gets crazier. Hi, Shannon. No worries at all, Shannon. We'll see you tomorrow. Fingers crossed that we have some news today. Yes, Twiggy. Let's hope. I wonder what, oh, so the shading's just where the helicopter's already been, and it's, and what it's covered. It's like it's colouring in, guys. But I can't hear anything on the scanner. There's not much happening on there. Because it's too... I thought... Now I've got patients escaping. Do you know in Australia we can't listen to police scanners anymore? They have... We can listen to like Royal Fire Service, but most, I know in New South Wales, most of them are encrypted now, so you can't listen to them at all. But my hubby and I listened to them for 30 years. We always had one going 24/7. It was just a little hobby we had. But we used to hear some really funny things as well. It wasn't, oh, hi Liz. Hillbilly Hearts in the house. It says bye Don, and then had a song in the background and bring your daughter Summer home going across the screen. Oh dear Lord. How many times has she said bye Don? Like, how many? With her little tantrums. Don, I'm not talking to you anymore until you go to law enforcement and you say where Summer is. And then the next day, Don's pissed as a net sitting on the toilet. Like, you can't make this shit up. It seems like more than one person directed them to that swamp. More and more, I think a few people thought they'd help Brian, at least at first. I know, but with the publicity this case has got, and it is worldwide, like it's bigger than big, and nobody is talking on Brian's side. Nobody has said one word. Only the sister.
1065 of 49. Improper code.
51.
Yeah,
10-4.
that's
Respond to 3018 Dawson Street. Cross Street Tanglewood Drive. For front door alarm.
the scanner
Neighbors
isn't saying
10-12
much
without proper code.
at all. But I think Dog's gonna rattle them to really get into it now. More than just parents helping him. Yep. But if Dog has confirmed with this campsite people, why haven't the campsite people stepped up and said they were there? Why have they sat back and waited for someone to go to them? Like, that's a worry as well. Surely with the amount of media coverage this is getting, then people would have known. Dog will at least film and show us how it went down at least. Yeah, exactly, Liz. So that, yeah. So I don't know the area. As you guys know, I'm not even in the country. Is this like a managed campground where they have people in charge of it? Because maybe it doesn't even have that. I don't know. Maybe I'm picking on people that don't exist. You know? Where are they looking now? Who told us the exact name of this campground? Is it DeSoto? I did have it written down. It's this area. Oh, Liz. I'm sorry I didn't. Who told us just a while ago? Was it Twiggy? The exact name of the campground that I thought I wrote down that I did not. I'm just trying to find it, Liz. I can't see. Can you see it, Lai? Have my little assistant over here. I think she's fell off the case because she's not answering me. Yes, DeSoto. It is DeSoto Campground, guys. And apparently there's a lot of water there and little islands. Fort DeSoto Park. So, like, can you have a look and see if it has like an office sort of thing there on their website? And or if it's just a park where you just go there and camp. And how they registered. If they registered into an office or whether they do it online. Getting my box ready to send in the morning to 423 Chase to add a few things to Summer's visual site. So sorry for being late to class. Oh, you're fine, Justice for Summer. Oh, that's so special. Great job. Isn't it looking beautiful there what Ginger Snaps has done with the butterflies and the posters? It looks amazing. Very special people. She's doing a great job. You are all doing a great job. The website says they have to call and reserve, so he has had to give some name. Okay, so there's no official little office thing. That's what I had in my head, that you know how some campsites they will have
He's advising she has this
like
one in her head and
a check-in office
she's in the background yelling, saying she's not.
where you have to actually go and give license details and all that sort of stuff in an official capacity. Dog says they are on camera. He is sure Brian was caught on camera going in. I don't think he would come out and confirm, which he has, that that's the case. His folks have been going to attorney in Orlando for him, so he must still be alive if they are actively paying for his defense and their own list, because there's some big things coming for them as well now. I really feel they've incriminated themselves now to come straight out within 10 minutes and deny that they had anything to do with it. Like, hello, you're on camera. Marigold, what did you say? What did I miss?
336, 1074.
Yeah, I knew they had him on camera because that's what it says on Twitter, guys. They have him on actual video surveillance going in and out, or not coming out, more to the point. Only the parents left. Yes, aiding and abetting. And couldn't it even be, Liz, obstruction of justice and that sort of thing? Can they do that even with their own child? Like the media or a couple of chat groups the other day were saying they can't be charged for certain things because they're his parents. But that just doesn't seem like, I don't doubt it, but surely they have to be held accountable.
You have a number for the female that called.
And like, it's not about the money, but it is when you come down to it, plus the safety of all the officers and search teams that have been looking for this douchebag for 2 weeks. They can definitely do obstruction by Florida, doesn't allow for accessory after the fact. Oh, really? Well, at least the other things are on the table. It's just not right. Yeah, they really do, Emerald. The drama they have caused by hiding him and helping him. We all love our kids and we don't want to see them locked up, but running is never the answer. And at their age, like, it's not like, although I did think they were a bit old, they were older. Like, if Brian's only 23, was he a midlife crisis baby or something? Because they do seem a lot older. His dad's 70. His dad's a lot older than the mum. I mean, it's obvious he killed Gabby. That's why he is really running what he did, and he's making it even harder on himself by running. Yep. And like we were saying yesterday, none of their lives ever are going to be the same again. The parents, it doesn't matter where they go in America, unless they're out in the middle of the wilderness and being survivalists as well. And I know stories come and go and people move on, but this couple, yeah, I wouldn't like to be them, put it that way, going forward. Protection from. Yeah, well, their business website's been suspended because of all the negative comments they were getting. By driving the van home, he really made it absolutely impossible for us to think he's innocent. Exactly.
She would be the only person in the house, and we have heard one gunshot.
Dear Lord. Hi, Charlie Hunt. I think the parents are going to be charged with quite a bit. A bit alarming to know that Florida is fine with aiding and abetting your felon children. I don't care if you're the parents. I still think you should be charged with aiding and abetting. You know, let law enforcement do their jobs. They need to be in jail for, yeah, I agree. They help Chris clean the van out, not outside, but inside their garage. Oh, really? You know what I found laughable was watching that body cam footage where he stands there telling the officers he doesn't have a mobile and that he's scared that if Gabby takes off in the van, he'll be stranded with no phone. Okay. And it wouldn't have been 2 minutes later, they ask him if he has a phone number, and he grabs his phone out of his pocket and it starts going through his phone. I'm like, guys, do you not realize he just told you he didn't have a phone and that Gabby only has a phone? Between lawyer for Brian, lawyer for parents, possible bail money, funding Brian's hiding, and civil suits from Gabby's family, they're screwed. Yep. Yes, NEB, hello and welcome. I'm so excited that Dog's on this. Really, Liz? Yeah, we heard that she worked in the DA's office. Liz says apparently the mother worked for the state in New York and knows the medical examiner and DA. So now we know how they may be getting insight to handle this. You know, from that very, very first day when she was reported missing and their response was not to speak one word and hand over their attorney's details. That said it all right there and then. Yeah, I don't know 10-9, but Gabby had one. No, that's not, yeah. Gabby had her phone in the back of that police car. Remember when they sat her in the aircon and she was sitting in the back of the police car? She had her phone because she was talking to her parents on the phone. Because I can remember the police officer walking over and said, oh, when you finish talking with your parents. And at the same time over there, he pulls out a phone from his pocket. So they both definitely had a phone. Well, they did on that particular day. So there's a little red flag right there of him lying. I think that body cam footage is going to go down in history too on learning curves for law enforcement. I just wish she would have spoke up then and said, well, actually, he was whacking me. But she didn't. She had his back and she just let them think that she was the one at fault. And that makes me even sadder. 10-9 says, someone said earlier Brian and his mum came into AT&T early September to set up a burner phone, get a SIM card, but that doesn't make sense to me because the whole point is that it's not traceable. So, but if burner phones are traceable though, as in if law enforcement know that actual number, they can still trace it. Its whereabouts, you would think. Yeah, 100% they did put it on themselves.
3 out of 10, I believe me asking any questions.
Really, 10-9, you would have done what Gabby did and not thrown him under the bus when they were pulled over? I guess it's an individual thing, isn't it? I bet he's got a track phone that's harder to get a warrant for and harder to trace because they use all towers. Ah. Wow. If I was his mum, I would have pulled him by the ear and walked him to the police station. No way would I hide any of my kids if they had murdered someone. No, normal people wouldn't, Mary. I would like to think. And it would be hard. Like, I'm not saying you'd be in a good mood while you're doing it. Like, it'd break you in half, but this is not the way.
48.
Even if they are not charged with anything. Yeah, that's what I was thinking the other night, Mary.
Responding to Lake Avenue, Honolulu Boulevard, for male versus female and physical.
Emerald flower. I get what you, yeah, I know what you're saying. DV, you do tend to just make excuses and cover it up, don't you? How many here in the chat live in Florida? Yeah, that's an interesting question, Sandy. Anybody in Florida live here? Oh, live here. On here? You must have to keep refreshing this thing.
Ellie, back up, Doc. We have another top fire.
Most
Out of the house. Out of you. Oh, backlight is over here.
I don't know where it went.
All right, keep on the house. Get back behind the car.
Anyway, I thought I'd come on and
Can I?
share with you while we sort of,
Behind the vehicle.
I was in a horrible DV relationship and I saved him twice, and after that I got away and never looked back. Great job, Emerald Flower. And I think after this case, a lot of people hopefully are doing the same thing. Bowling Green, Kentucky. 10-9 has lived in Orlando, Florida for 6 months, 9 years ago.
We need someone on the back side of the house.
Oh, you have family down there, Liz.
That's fine, but we need 2 back there.
It's such a huge country. I don't think you guys even realize how huge it is. I don't know what happened, but I now have you guys in a different tab. I'm just refreshing updates to see.
I don't need that eyes on the back of the house. I just need containment.
At least we know. Like, this is important that Dog has found this information. Like, this is bigger than we think. Yeah, Sandy, it's actually on YouTube. You can search it is called Live Sarasota County Sheriff Police Scanner. And it's a YouTube channel now. So you can have that. I normally use Broadcastify to listen to police scanners. Northern Wisconsin, Washington State, Victoria, Oklahoma, Lawton, Oklahoma. He's better than the FBI. It looks like it, Miss Justice. Kudos to him. I'm really impressed with Dog. Well, maybe law enforcement know this already, Twiggy, and maybe they just haven't disclosed it. Who knows? I would like to think that way. But if Dog really is the first one on it, because he did say law enforcement on Twitter, his daughter did say law enforcement are on their way. Like that was an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. So to me, that sounds like they weren't aware of this information. Sharon, are you referring to our country being large? I think it's huge. Yes. I think we'd fit like 12 Australias just in America. Yeah, we're only saying this yesterday, weren't we, guys? How we have a lovely little chat. Although, guys, if you have a look at the live from yesterday, I had a comment in there that I just didn't know how to think after I read it. I'll show you. Because I was a little bit like, really? Someone left a comment that I'll go to my channel, to yesterday's live. And I'm not being nasty to whoever left that comment in any way, but because I don't like being nasty. Where is it? Might have been the day before. Hang on, if I go to notifications, it's there. Hang on, guys. It was actually bagging out our mods, saying that the mods are working against the channel and they're deleting people. And now I can't find it. Okay, I'll find it on my phone and I'll read it out to you guys. Hang on. I have no idea why, but on my phone, the notifications are so much clearer than on the actual computer. It was the first thing I seen when I woke up, and I was like, okay. So it was a comment left by Black Caddy, and it says, you have some overly sensitive rogue mods. harassing one of your best commentators. Hey mods, guess what? We aren't here for you. When you scold people and put them on timeouts because you disagree with something silly, you are making everything about you and your power trips. Your mods are using the blue wrench against your channel. I thought you should know. Like Black Caddy, we appreciate what you're saying. And it's hard for me to keep track of everything that's going on. But I really didn't think our mods were horrible to people in the chat or timing people out. And if that's happened, I'm really, really sorry, and I'm addressing it. And yeah, I don't want anyone to feel like, you know, it's an unjustified timeout. If it was, it could, I don't know, but we'll try and be more vigilant. And you know, people don't seem to understand something here. The lawyer who is the spokesman for the parents is not representing Brian. He is not a criminal defense attorney. He is a real estate lawyer. Really? Alicia?
Road 14, where are you located?
I haven't even looked into what sort of attorney he is. Are you kidding? He's a real estate lawyer. Yeah, Chris is convinced it is an actual Twitter account manned by Brian. The lawyer reported on the local channel identified the lawyer as a criminal defense attorney. I don't know what sort of attorney he is. I'm really confused now. He is the dad's best friend. He is just the parents' spokesman. He is not representing anyone in this case because he can't. He does not have a criminal law license.
Or units behind the house. Let's see if we can, the house immediately behind it, we can.
Sometimes it's the underdog that gets the bad guys. Is that scanner annoying anyone in the background? Because I can turn it down or turn it off because we're not really getting anything off it anyway. Real estate. That's crazy, isn't it? Well, I am definitely going to check that out and call out the news now, laughing at. Yeah, me too, Liz. You will see they will have to get criminal attorneys. Oh my God. Liz, go and check that out and come back here and tell us, please.
I can't see the map now.
No, mate, it
There
just.
should be a house directly behind it.
Yeah, I couldn't work it out because we don't have a lot of dramas in here. And if anyone feels that way, I feel, I hope they don't feel that way. But, you know, if anyone's being totally disrespectful, they've got to understand that in any chat, most of the time, they're going to get timed out or whatever. But if you're not attacking anyone, or like Miss Justice is a mod for a lot of channels, and I know she's fair. I've seen how she works. I appreciate you and Josie and Griff and Stella. With the time difference, we don't get Griff and Stella every time, but I appreciate my mods and love their help. And yeah, no, I'm not being overly sensitive to any troll, but I just like everyone to be happy, you know, and not feel like they've been victimized. Oh, okay, Emerald. Yeah, it just felt like she was trying to say that that you guys were against me, like it was some sort of conspiracy thing. And I was like, I honestly don't believe that. Well, this old lady's going to bed. Oh, good night, Water Dog.
Copy. Move on. Make sure we document.
Yeah, you're
everything.
welcome anytime. If you'd like to subscribe and give us a like, that would be fabulous. Yeah, I don't feel sick. It's just like, you know how you sort of have that onset of you're getting the flu type thing? Just a bit sinusy. Yeah, it's probably more sinusy than sick. Oh, thank you, Water Dog. I remember that the nasty comments about dog's private life, unnecessary, and he got pulled up for it. Okay, awesome, guys. Thank you, because I hadn't gone through the video. If it was a lot of comments, like, fair enough. So that Black Caddy is the actual person that. Okay, all good. Let's move on. Yeah, I know you guys have got my back. Like, that wasn't. It upset me that someone would think like that, you know, that you guys were out to bring me down or something, you know, like, I was like, oh dear. Yeah, thank you for, well, it's not only me, you guys have got everyone in the chats back, you know. You guys are doing what you do for all of us, not just for me. Oh, really? Yeah, that's not nice. Yeah, like, I fully trust you 1,000,000%. So I'm not saying you have to defend yourselves against one comment at all. I love you all to pieces and appreciate you. Yeah, that's not cool at all. I'm sorry that happened, guys. But, you know, I just thought I'd let you know about the comment that was left there. And I was like, dude, come on. And I do try to read all my comments and, you know. Yeah, it is, May. Definitely a drama-free zone. No, it won't. Definitely won't, May. Don't worry about that. I know. I didn't know that until we watched that video yesterday that Dog lost his daughter around Gabby's age. So it is close to his heart. Everyone really respectful. So it stands out if anyone is rude. Yeah, it does.
53, dispatch, clear me back up. I'll be 10-453.
Yeah, I'm going to share everything with you guys.
317 dispatch, 10-12, 10-34, 10-6.
10-453-17. Did you want your screen changed to a 10-6 screen?
You can keep me on this everything.
Yeah, they're in every chat, aren't they? Oh, Liz is on it. He's registered in New York. This is the attorney. Liz has looked into him. Graduated from Hofstra and is open for everything from real estate, civil, labor, and criminal. Wow.
10-453-16-6.
Thank you, Liz. Like, surely, yeah, I don't know. I'm just thankful Dog is out there and on it. Let's see if there's any updates, guys, because I'm going to have to go and do a little bit of housework before I come back. And I got to charge earbuds. They're dead flat, both of them. That's not a fun time. I can't see anything going on right this second. You watch, it'll all start happening just as the other two grandkids arrive, and they're 3 and 6, and they're full on. And I want to enjoy some time with them, but I'm not sure what time today they're coming. So yeah, well, didn't they take a day trip over to where he is the other day, meaning Mr. and Mrs. Laundrie? So he has to be working for Brian as well, because when law enforcement went to the Laundrie's house the very first time, remember, and they handed over his attorney's details, that was on behalf of Brian. So do you know what I'm saying? Not on behalf of the parents, it was on behalf of Brian that he wasn't going to talk, and this is his attorney's details. So he must be working for the 3 of them. He's going to be a busy boy. A very busy boy.
Copy, no answer at that residence.
Yeah, the whole family's attorney.
26. Are you able to?
I hope he's got a big team behind him, because they're going to need it.
Can have a visual on the back of this house.
You know, I was even starting to get last night thinking, if you go by the lullaby book, I'm turning this scanner off, guys. And this was a planned event. This is just a theory. You know, did he have fake walls in that house or something? Like, that's how crazy your mind starts thinking. But the synopsis of that lullaby novel, even to the point where the male guy in that novel didn't wear shoes. And if you go back through the body cam footage, he says to law enforcement, oh, she said my feet were dirty. And the guy in the book has dirty feet, because that TikTok girl unscrambled all of this, and she was quite clever too. Oh yeah, 10-9. And apparently they're right into real estate and own heaps and heaps of properties. So they would have assets behind them, wouldn't they, for, let's face it, if they do get Brian, I can't see he's going to get bail anytime soon. Does anyone know if the episode on Summer, it's going to be just a short segment or more involved? I don't know, Miss Justice. It's hard to tell, isn't it, from that little trailer on John Walsh. Let's hope it's a good, a good, informative, decent segment. Not because Gabby's one he did only went for 15 seconds. But she was spot on and brought up great points. Yeah, she was. It's just so similar to that book. It's insane. Yeah, I don't think. And Nita's going to come on at some point tonight to give us updates on whether Steve Wilkos has got back to her and Dr. Bill's wife with Summer's case. So that's amazing. I don't know how they got that nice house for only 120K or whatever it was. I know. I wonder how long they've lived there for. Maybe he's in a submarine. Oh my God. At this point, nothing on earth is going to surprise me. Hi, Jen F. Yeah, yellow submarine. But it does just all fall into place with the random little live he did the other day where he went live on Instagram by mistake and he was on water in a boat. And now this. So they bought it in 2017. I've probably seen it 10/9, but there's just been so much information. I don't think physically my brain can retain everything. Yeah, me too, Emerald. And we just have to keep the word out there and keep getting, because Nashville isn't far from Rogersville. So I thought the whole Dolly Parton thing was a big thing as well. You know how Nita's trying to get into contact with Dolly Parton? So then I thought of Aussies that live in Nashville. And the first ones that come into my little brain were Keith Urban and Nicole Kidman. And Nicole Kidman's done social media things for different things like this before. So I've reached out to them as well. I haven't heard anything back as yet, but if you can hear a scratching noise, guys. Sorry, guys, I got booted. The nose is just not short enough. I went missing too. I don't know what happened. It just all went away. My whole StreamYard tab just disappeared. But I'm back. Thank you, Liz. That would be awesome. So did you hear my little, when I was talking about the lizard? Or was that whole conversation just not here? About the scratching noise you guys can probably hear? She's a menace to society when she's getting cranky. Anyway, I better go and do a few things, guys. But soon as I get organized, I'll come back on and we can catch up again. And Lisa's gonna let us know if she hears anything else or finds out any. Yeah, we have a bearded dragon, and she can see me sitting at the dining table, and I haven't given her morning bugs, so she's frantically scratching at glass and her sand carpet mat and making a ruckus because she wants her food now. She is very cute, but she gets really, really temperamental if I ignore her. She's now standing up on her back legs, looking over at me like, if you don't get over here right now. It is very cute. It's supposed to be my granddaughter's lizard, but I seem to be the only one that looks after her. Anyway, guys, I'll be back in a little while. I better go and get organized for these other two munchkins. Yeah, thanks for coming in, everyone. And I'll talk to you all again very, very soon. Bye.